Discipline is the bridge, my friend. It is the bridge that will carry you from where you are to where you want to be. It is the silent power, the unseen force, the invisible hand that shapes destinies. And I'm here to tell you today that without discipline, dreams die. Without discipline, goals fade away. Without discipline, success is only a fantasy whispered in the dark, because discipline is the difference between wishing and achieving, between hoping and becoming, between talking and living. And if you ever want to experience the fullness of your own greatness, if you ever want to step into the life that you were born to live, then you must fall in love with discipline, not as a punishment, not as a burden, not as a chain holding you back, but as the liberator, the key, the ultimate freedom. Because true freedom is not doing what you feel like. True freedom is mastering yourself so deeply that nothing can stop you. Not fear, not laziness, not excuses, not procrastination. Because when discipline lives in you, nothing outside of you has power over you. And let me remind you, greatness is not a matter of chance. Greatness is a matter of choice. And that choice is renewed every single day when you decide to wake up early, when you decide to go the extra mile, when you decide to train your mind to stay focused, even when distractions scream your name, when you decide to work on your craft, even when nobody is watching, when you decide to do what others will not, so that tomorrow you can live how others cannot. Because discipline is the price. And yes, it is a price, but it is a price worth paying. Because without discipline, you will pay an even greater price. The price of regret, the price of mediocrity, the price of wasted years, the price of unfulfilled potential. And you do not want to lie on your deathbed someday whispering to yourself, if only I had been more consistent, if only I had stuck to the plan, if only I had done what I knew I had to do. No, you do not want that. You want to rise each day knowing that you fought for your vision, knowing that you stayed true to your mission, knowing that you lived with discipline, because discipline will change your life forever. It will transform your habits, and your habits will shape your destiny. Because success is never owned, it is rented, and the rent is due every single day. And the currency you pay with is discipline, and you cannot borrow it, you cannot fake it, you cannot outsource it. You must live it, you must breathe it, you must embrace it. Because discipline is the root of confidence, the foundation of power, and the seed of greatness. And the moment you choose discipline over distraction, discipline over doubt, discipline over comfort, that is the very moment your future begins to unfold in a new direction. Because let me tell you, comfort zones are beautiful, but nothing ever grows there. Comfort zones are deadly. They are silent killers of ambition. And if you stay in your comfort zone long enough, your dreams will rot away, your talents will wither, your vision will become blurry. And one day you'll wake up realizing you settled for less when you were created for more. But discipline will rip you out of that comfort zone. Discipline will drag you kicking and screaming into the unknown. Discipline will force you to confront your weaknesses, your fears, your excuses. And that confrontation, as painful as it is, will shape you into someone unrecognizable, someone stronger, someone sharper, someone hungrier, someone who cannot be broken. And the truth is, the people who win in life are not the people with the most talent, not the people with the most resources, not the people with the most luck, but the people who have the discipline to keep showing up, to keep grinding, to keep learning, to keep going no matter what. And if you want to change your life forever, if you want to break every limitation, if you want to become the very best version of yourself, you must decide today that discipline will not be an option. It will be your lifestyle, your heartbeat, your oxygen. Because discipline is not what you do. Discipline is who you become. And once you understand this, you begin to see discipline everywhere. in the athlete who trains before the sun rises, in the mother who sacrifices her comfort to give her children a better future, in the student who studies when others are partying, in the entrepreneur who works late into the night when others are asleep. And you realize that greatness is built in the dark, in the hours when nobody applauds, in the seasons when nobody notices, in the sacrifices nobody sees, because discipline is lonely. Discipline is demanding. Discipline requires you to stand apart from the crowd, to say no when everyone else is saying yes, to say yes to growth when everyone else is settling for less. But that loneliness is the refining fire. That isolation is the breeding ground of champions. That sacrifice is the foundation of greatness. And if you can endure it, if you can keep going when the process feels unbearable, if you can keep building when the results seem invisible, if you can keep trusting the journey when nothing seems to be working, one day the world will see what discipline made of you. One day the doors will open that others thought were closed. One day the results will speak louder than your excuses ever could. One day your story will inspire millions. But it will not be magic. It will be discipline, because discipline is the quiet work, the hidden grind, the daily consistency that builds unshakable momentum. And when that momentum takes over, nothing can stop you. Not failure, not setbacks, not rejection, not criticism, because discipline makes you resilient. Discipline makes you unstoppable. Discipline makes you free. And when you taste that freedom, when you taste the power of living a life on your own terms, you will look back and thank yourself for every sacrifice, every early morning, every lonely night, every decision to stay the course. Because discipline did not just change your results, discipline changed you. It transformed your character. It forged your will. It unlocked your greatness, and it will change your life forever. Discipline is not just the path to success. It is the foundation of every breakthrough, the bedrock of every transformation, the secret behind every story of greatness you admire. Because when you look at champions, when you look at leaders, when you look at people who have risen from nothing to something extraordinary, you will always find that their true weapon was not luck, was not talent, was not privilege. Their true weapon was discipline. The ability to do what had to be done long after the mood had left them. The ability to keep grinding when motivation was gone. Because motivation may inspire you, but discipline will sustain you. And it is discipline that carries you through the storms, through the long nights, through the empty applause, through the silence of the grind. And the question is not whether you have the dream. The question is whether you have the discipline to live that dream daily. Whether you have the discipline to get up when you don't feel like it. Whether you have the discipline to practice your craft when nobody is watching. Whether you have the discipline to turn off the distractions and focus on your future. Because the truth is, discipline is not glamorous. It is not always exciting. It is not always fun. But it is always necessary. And those who embrace it are the ones who rise. Those who embrace it are the ones who win. Those who embrace it are the ones who change not only their own lives, but the lives of generations to come. Because discipline creates legacy. Discipline builds a story that outlives you. Discipline is the inheritance you pass down in the form of character, in the form of habits, in the form of resilience. And when you understand that, you stop looking at discipline as something temporary and start embracing it as a way of life. Because discipline is not a switch you turn on and off. It is a fire you keep alive every single day, feeding it with small, consistent actions, feeding it with choices that align with your vision, feeding it with habits that build your future. And yes, there will be days when you feel tired. Yes, there will be days when your mind whispers excuses. Yes, there will be days when giving up feels easier. But those are the days that matter most. Those are the days when champions are made. Those are the days when discipline proves its power. Because anyone can be disciplined when it is easy, but discipline is tested when it is hard, when the road feels endless, when the results seem invisible, when progress feels slow, and yet you keep going, you keep pushing, you keep building, and suddenly one day the results show up. Suddenly one day the doors open. Suddenly one day people call you lucky. But you will know it was never luck, it was discipline, the daily deposits, the invisible work, the faith to keep going, the consistency to stay the course. And I want you to understand that discipline is not about being perfect, it is about being persistent. It is about showing up even when you fall short. It is about recommitting every single day. It is about refusing to quit. Because discipline is a fight. Discipline is a war between the version of you that wants comfort and the version of you that wants greatness. And whichever version you feed is the one that will win. And if you feed discipline daily, if you feed focus daily, if you feed consistency daily, then the version of you that was created for greatness will rise. The version of you that was born to inspire will rise. The version of you that can change the world will rise. But you must be willing to pay the price. You must be willing to put in the hours. You must be willing to do the work. Because discipline is the bridge to everything you want. And without it, you will always fall short. But with it, you will always rise higher. With it, you will always go further. With it, you will always unlock more than you ever imagined, because discipline expands you, it stretches you, it teaches you that you are capable of more, it shows you that the limits were only illusions. It reveals to you that your power is far greater than your excuses, and when you live a disciplined life, you no longer chase success. Success begins to chase you. Opportunities begin to find you. Doors begin to open for you, and people begin to respect you, not because of what you said, but because of what you lived. Because discipline is visible, discipline is undeniable, discipline is magnetic, and when you embody it, you attract excellence, you attract greatness, you attract abundance, because discipline positions you for the blessings you've been praying for. And it is not about luck. It is about alignment. It is about preparing yourself so that when opportunity shows up, you are ready. When doors open, you can walk through them. When the call comes, you can answer it. Because without discipline, you will miss it. Without discipline, you will fumble it. Without discipline, you will waste it. And life is too short to waste. Life is too short to live below your potential. Life is too short to settle for mediocrity. So make the decision today, right now, in this moment, that you will choose discipline, that you will embrace discipline, that you will live with discipline, because discipline will not just change your schedule. Discipline will not just change your habits. Discipline will not just change your results. Discipline will change your entire life forever. It will shape your destiny. It will define your legacy. It will unlock your greatness. And years from now, when you look back, you will not regret the sacrifices. You will not regret the struggles. You will not regret the discipline, because you will see that every ounce of discipline was worth it. Every choice mattered. Every action counted. And it all added up to a life of purpose, a life of power, a life of greatness. Because discipline was the key all along. Discipline was the force that built you. Discipline was the fire that kept you going. And discipline will forever be the reason you rose.